trick that I'll share with you. I can choose a better way with every little thought I think. If I wake up with a bad attitude, I fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hello and welcome. I am so glad you're here. I'm Beth, a creator-based coach with CMH Coaching for Life. I'm here today to help you and those you love create a life you feel grounded and at home in. Think of a life where you feel peace, love for those around you, and in a flow with just enough challenge to keep you happy and creating something wonderful. Sounds like magic, but it's not. You can create that life every single day. You can have a life full of love, excitement, hope, and creation. Our mission at CMH Coaching is to flood the earth with light through compassion, mindfulness, and hope. And I'm going to ask a favor of you. If you like what you see and hear today, think of someone you know that would enjoy and benefit from this message. Our mission is to flood the world with compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Share this with them. But for now, this is time just for you. So settle into whatever you're doing and enjoy this time with the girls, where we create that one awesome, amazing, perfect life every one of us is seeking.
What you thinking? What you thinking? You gotta watch your thinking. Watch your thinking. Watch your thinking.
Welcome to the Creator-Based Life, the podcast for CMH Coaching for Life, and for all of you. We get together each week and think about and pray about and talk about what could be really beneficial for our sisters. What could be really helpful for this world? What little ripple could we start that would go big and make a difference for somebody else? And we pray about it and we work with our faith about it, but we are faith-fueled and creator-led around here. And so we're here to talk about cool stuff. And I'm here with my good friend and fellow coach, Jacine Bonnet.
Hi, guys.
Jacine is an amazing, amazing business coach and an even better creator-based coach, if that's possible. But we're here today because we're talking a little bit about change. Over the last few weeks, we've been talking about making new waves in the new year and all of the exciting things that were coming. And then we talked about, ooh, let's do this. And then we talked about, oh, I'm kind of not doing it. And just this long stream of change. And so today, we're going to talk a little bit more about what it means to be faith-fueled, creator-led, and about defining life events, things that we know are right, things that we were doing wrong, that we were corrected on as we went through life, and how that affects us. So I'm going to tell you just a little bit of a story, and then Jacine's going to tell stories today too. It's mostly a story day. When I was in my very early 50s, I had a series, helpful Siri. I had a series of life events that caused me to get really, really sick. And it was kind of just strange. It was over 2 or 3 years, and my health deteriorated until finally it just broke. And it was crazy because I was certain, and if you guys know me, you know I can be very, very certain. I was certain I was living a perfect life in a perfect way in my perfect world. And so it shouldn't have gone wrong because it was perfect.
I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing.
Right. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm doing it the way I'm supposed to be doing it. But yet my body just couldn't keep going. I was just miserable. I was angry all the time. I was frustrated all the time. And I
Tired.
felt like I was always behind. Yeah,
Yeah.
scared, right?
Mhm.
Just, it was crazy. And then when my body collapsed, because she couldn't do that any more than I could ask her to do that, I was just laid low and my whole thing crashed. Everything came to a grinding halt. And I was just too sick to do anything. I lost 30 pounds in about a month. I couldn't get out of bed. Even I went into the hospital, got the, did the medical stuff, did the all the stuff that needed to be done. But
Mhm.
in the bottom, this is such a funny thing. In the bottom of all of that, when I went to my creator and I got direction, he told me to do two things. The first one was to call my mentor in the herbal school where I was attending, Dr. David Christopher, and to
Mhm.
get some suggestions that way. But the one that kept going all the time was to call my good friend Nola, who used the emotion code.
Mhm.
And Nola had been on me for years, really, truly, you guys, like 3 or 4 years about this book, The Emotion Code, that she was reading and that she loved so much and that had really made a difference in her life. And of course, the first thing she said when I called her was, "Hey, did you read that book?" And I hadn't. It was a prop underneath a lamp in my living room because I wanted the lamp to be about this much higher. And so I knew where it was. I just hadn't read it. But anyway, from that direction with Nola, of course, she told me about the book. I was too sick to even read at the time, but she worked with me every day with the concepts that she knew would work for her. And her
Mhm.
daughter worked with me every day. And over time, and I mean, it's over time, like over 6 weeks, it was a long time. I started to get better. And in the course of a year, I really got better, but I discovered that I was on the wrong path. So I
Mm.
had this really big defining event, which I'm pretty sure was simply because I would not listen. Had the Lord not stopped me, that would have been who knows where I would have run off to. But he had sent me this friend. I mean, I'd known Nola since 1981.
Oh, wow.
And so here it was, I don't know, I was about 50. So that would have been right about the year 2010, maybe
Mhm.
2011. And here, I'd known her all of that time, but it took until then for me to get this stiff neck and proud head around the idea of listening. It was a very defining life event. And over the course of that coming year, I had lots of time to be still and know
Mm.
He is God and to
Wow.
be still and listen. I was gifted a reset. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, now that you've
Mm.
heard that long story,
It's
about
a
the
great
gifted
story.
resets. Yeah, the resets that we get. Because, like, just this last weekend with the storm that we just did, I was
Mhm.
gifted this beautiful reset. 3 days of ice and snow, can't go anywhere, just got to sit and drink hot chocolate, watch television, you know?
And you prepped for it too. So, like, you
We
didn't have a
did.
whole bunch of chores because you were ahead of the game in that, right?
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things that I learned from back in 2010, right?
Hmm.
You listen and you listen to those promptings, you listen to the leading that you feel. And it
Right.
was the prep work really was just a conversation with Troy, where it was like, hey, what do you think about pulling out the generator and just checking it? And it led to a whole Saturday of
Yeah.
stuff that we did. And
Yeah.
then it really started to storm. It's like, oh, well, let's watch TV and drink hot chocolate because we were ready.
Yeah. And we'll do it as long as we can till
Yeah. It
yeah.
was just a cool snow day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those resets. Do you have a reset or a
You
hard, that was
know,
a hard stop for me. That was big.
well, you guys know that I have been frustrated for the past 3 years with weight gain that happened. First of all, it was 12 pounds, and I'm sitting right at about 30 pounds.
Is
That
still there.
is still there. And everything that I've done, and it's interesting because I was sitting in, I have to find it. I was sitting in church yesterday and I was taking some notes. And in the notes, it was talking about Genesis. and the creation um and the speaker was talking about uh creating life, and all of a sudden it was that when we turn to the Lord, we can create all things, right? Through him and with him. And
Creator based.
yeah, yeah. And I wish I could find my notes. I thought they were just right there. I hope I saved them. Like,
I hope so. Yes.
where did I put those?
Sounds like
Um, but yeah, it was very, very clear to me that a couple of things that Beth and Jen have already been through hard times with their bodies, and that they've been able to overcome using millennial. Like when we think of the millennial, what will that healing look like? What will what will Christ be using? What are those things and those tools? And that's really what came up is this millennial
we call it millennial
healing.
medicine at my house. It's
Millennial
millennial
medicine.
medicine. Yeah.
Yeah, millennial
Yeah. It's
medicine.
working with our creator.
Yeah, and number one, that's it. That's my missing link. I said, okay, well, do I need to stop exercising so much? Do I need to change how I'm eating? What do I need to do? And it was talk to Beth, talk to Jen. They know how to do it. And
Oh, wow.
it's with and through God, including him in my life. And my exercise this morning after I finished, I thought, oh, that was a good workout. And then I had the thought, it could have been better had you included me in it.
Yes.
So
When we do Tai
all
Chi on
things.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, we
Yeah.
always start with an intention. We start
Yeah.
with, for me, that intention is a prayer, but
Hmm.
it's different for everybody how they approach it because we have so many different spiritual paths. But yeah, we need everything's done through him.
Right. Right. And I've tried, like I've tried all of these different things. I started with the medical profession, going and having all of this testing done to find out I turned 60. What is going on? I don't
Mhm. You know a lot about your body now.
I know that, like, I have great test results that they looked at him and they're like, well, we don't have any explanation. It must be genetics. And
Mhm.
then the last doctor said it's just because you're getting old. And I
Yeah, and you're like, I'm not, we're
no,
not
I
doing that
don't,
one.
that's not acceptable. But and I know, and that was at something else too, is sometimes we have to learn to ask the right questions. And Heavenly Father, am I healthy at this weight? Is this a good weight for me? Do I need to just let this go?
Did he
And
answer you?
yeah, it's not.
Okay.
It's not. This is not where he
It's
wants me to
really
be.
interesting
But
because
there's
for
learning
me,
in it.
I was I don't know, somewhere between 165 and 180,
Mhm.
for a while. And when I went to him and I asked him, is this a healthy weight? It was good. It was right where I was supposed to be for then.
For then,
And
nice.
then, yeah, and then I probably 5 years passed, and I discovered something else and my weight came down farther.
Mhm.
But it for then it was right. And I thought that was really interesting. Different weights for different seasons.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's really interesting. And knowing and going to him and I just keep saying there's a missing link. There's a
What
missing
am I
piece.
missing?
What's that missing?
Hope
What,
it's not patience.
yeah, man.
I know that's yeah, that's for another
The,
podcast because
the, the missing,
patience. Yeah.
the missing link is involving my creator in those things and breathing, like
Mhm.
speaking kindly to myself, loving my body for what she is and what she does right
She's amazing.
now, right?
Yes.
Yes. And that, yes, I have this added, it's inflammation. I know it's inflammation on top because I can push and I can feel the muscle. Like
Mhm.
I, I can
Well, and I
feel
know
the
you're so
muscle.
much stronger than you have been
Yeah,
in years
I can
past. Yeah.
I can feel that muscle underneath the inflammation. And so it's like, well, okay, well, do I need to take something? And you guys, um there's always the for me anyway, the temptation to, oh, maybe I can get on some GLP-1 drug and start doing the injections. Maybe I can do this. But when I take that to God too, He is very clear for me and my body. You do not. That's it. I mean, that is
It's not yours.
clarity. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not for me.
Yeah.
And which was frustrating too, because I'm like, well, look at
But
look
it
at
looked like
everybody
it was
else.
going to work.
Come on, look at everybody else. So
It's
what?
not everybody, but it's
Yeah,
for the people who have the health issues that need that medicine.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But you don't
And
need that medicine.
no, so I'm kind of right in that right now,
Well, you're
Beth.
right in that
Yeah,
defining moment.
that defining moment. And what is it going to be? What is that time that I'm going to stop and listen? I mean, if you go back in your life, there's probably lots of different moments that we have,
Mhm.
defining moments, you know,
Yeah,
that
I mean, you can kind of go through them, did you
Mhm.
decide to go to college? And if you did, what led you there? Did you decide to get married? And if you did, what led you there? Did you
Mhm.
decide on a profession, and did you decide to have children or not to have children? Each of those, there's defining moments in all of those.
Right.
Yeah.
Choices, choices. I think one of my earliest defining moments was at the age of 12 and having being overweight and obese child and having a doctor say, we're going to put you on a diet.
Mhm.
And then having gone with the girls at school that are just the mean girls and it was interesting because I was watching the Miss America pageant and I remember defining moments are those moments that you can remember where you were,
Yes, they stick.
what was happening. Yes.
I
And for
had one when I learned to read, and anybody that knows me understands why that is so. It's a life-defining moment when I put my
yes.
first words together. Yeah.
How
So, okay,
cool. Yeah.
for you, okay, so
Yeah.
you had this defining moment
Yeah, so I'm sitting in
with
front of
Miss
the
America pageant.
television and that did not happen in my home. I had brothers and it was a
That's true.
vote.
Where, yeah,
Mhm. Nobody wants to watch the Miss America pageant.
right.
And
It's not
I'm
tasty.
watching it and I looked at that and I said, I'm gonna do that someday.
I'm going to do that, and I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
win
do
it.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna win it. And it wasn't always for the best reasons. And then I'm gonna show those girls that
That's right.
I am not the fat girl. But it was that was one of those defining moments. So tell me about
Well,
reading.
okay, but first, I want you
Okay.
just to brag a little bit
Yeah.
because from the age of 12, tell them what you went on to do and how that defining moment played in. Just brag because
Okay.
it's good
Yeah.
reason.
So when I was 16, I did a Miss Teen World pageant and I got first runner up in that
In the
pageant.
Miss Teen world.
Miss Teen World. Yeah. Yeah. And then I was always just chasing because I was just never felt a good enough, right? And so then I went on when I got married, I found out there was a Mrs. Oregon, Mrs. America pageant. And so I entered that and got second runner up and
And yeah.
for Oregon, yeah, but
Mhm.
won the one for our county and that kind of stuff.
Uh,
But yeah, and it was just a way what I realized that time I was 40 or close to 40 and I what I realized is, you know, why am I here? And I had gone and just asked God, what is it? Why do I still have this desire? What is it
yeah, but
about
I
this?
I really feel like I need
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I need this. And I didn't have time for it in my life. But um, what I realized was that I could go and have my standards and have my um,
your light.
Be me, be me.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that age, I could just be me and I could support others. And we had a little prayer group, and people would come to me and say, "Will you pray with me? Because I'm really afraid." Or, and it was just that to me, that was just a joy that I could be a support and an example for the women that were there. Yeah.
And that was the fulfillment of the defining moment when you were 12, to have
Yeah.
to be able to be in that light and have so many other women in that light with you. And
Mhm.
I'm sure that small 12-year-old said, look at me, I could do this.
Look.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm all
And
right.
and after I finished it, it was done. It was done. And I thought, okay, all right, well, we're
Yeah,
good. Yeah, we're good.
that
Yeah.
is so cool. That is so cool.
But
Well, on
defining moment.
reading, I think Jen summed it up really well when we were talking on the phone a couple mornings ago. And I said, I got a new book. And she said, you always got a new book.
I remember that.
Like, well, yeah, that might be true, but I got this new book. Yeah. And so as a little kid, my favorite thing to do was to play school. As long as I can remember, pulling out paper and pens, and even before I could write, pretending I could write on the paper. And even before I could read, pretending I could read, which explains why first grade, when they showed us how words went together, I had that defining moment. It was a moment of clarity, and I was only 5. I started kindergarten when I was 4. So I was 5 when I learned to read. And it was like somebody swung open the doors to a whole new world. It was magical. And
Wow.
ever since I was 5, that's what it was. It's just,
That's amazing.
but it's a defining moment. It's who the person in this body is.
Mm.
Yes. Who just always has a new book because, that's me. Yeah. So we have these defining moments all the way through our lives. It would be fun to just take a little time, check in with your creator, and then make a list. Let the ideas and the moments come to your mind and just jot them down just as quick as they come. And they're so definitive. They really tell you a lot about your life and a lot about who is inside that body, who that
Right.
is, and what your
Right.
heart really needs. Yeah. And for you, JC, I know it's sharing your light. That's the thing that makes you happiest.
It is. It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
It's
love in the Monday morning inspiration, Beth, some of the things that I love about that email today was it just happens at the towards the end, right? Where you talk about the life hacks.
Oh
And
yeah, I love the life hacks
like honestly, if you are struggling in the struggle,
because we all struggle.
in the
That's part of
struggle,
being here. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Pause before reacting. Breathe once with compassion. That, like, I can
If
breathe, I can take a
compassion
breath.
is the key.
That's it right there, right? And then journal one honest sentence daily.
Okay, so I really want to talk about that for just a minute.
Yes.
What would it look like? How do I get one honest sentence?
Mm,
Because I can journal all day long and I can write flowery, beautiful things or I can dump anger. But what would one honest sentence, how
mm,
would that come to pass, do you think?
mm.
Right?
Right, right.
And
And
that's
that's
just something,
that's up to you guys, you know,
right? That's
what
something
is
for you to really
honest. Yeah,
ponder.
yeah.
Yeah, really ponder and listen to your heart as you're thinking, what would one honest sentence look like? For me, my first thought is it's cold outside because it is. It's 20
That's
degrees, and
honest.
that's honest. And then maybe if I wrote sentences like that for a little while, then maybe it would deepen to how I feel about it being cold outside because I have an opinion there too.
Mm,
Um, and
yeah,
just kind of just getting into the practice
yeah.
of what is one honest, and it could just be I feel too busy, or it could be man, my toast tasted amazing this morning. That cinnamon sugar was amazing.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
one honest, just journal one honest sentence and then see what it
Mm,
means as it progresses to continue with one honest sentence.
I love that. I- This is interesting because it's come up a couple times, so I'm just going to say it. And I
Yeah.
pushed it down the first time because I'm like, it doesn't go with what we're saying. But I really
Well,
feel
that's we're
like
all about random, so let's do it.
here's my random thought. Kind of goes with it does go with the journaling, but several years ago, I was struggling with my relationship with my mom. And um, there was a lot of judgment, a lot of things that had happened. And I had the idea for Christmas. This was September, and I had the idea for Christmas that I would journal one every day, something that I loved about her,
Hmm.
or a thank you, or something, right? And so it started like that, Beth. The first entry was, Dear Mom, I am so grateful that you gave me life, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And
One
because I
honest.
was, that was honest, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And then the next day, but as it got deeper and deeper, I started having memories,
Oh,
beautiful
sweet.
memories that I would write down. And by the day before Christmas, because she lived close, so I didn't have to mail it. So
Mhm.
Christmas Eve, it had snowed. And I remember writing about just this beautiful experience that when it snows, how it reminds me of her and this experience. And so I testify to you guys that when you write one honest thing, that God will, he will, he will add to it, right?
Mhm. He will
And
deepen it. It'll mean more than just the words on the paper.
oh my
That's
gosh.
miraculous to me.
Yeah, yeah. So that was the gift I gave my mom. And it was not just a gift for her, but it was a gift for me to be able to see my mom for who she really is, and that
Yeah.
she giving her permission to be human. And so if I'm writing one honest thing about me, you know,
You
maybe
can
I'll
give
give
yourself
myself
permission to be
permission to be
human.
human. Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool.
I love that.
So well said. Yes, one honest sentence daily.
Mm,
Yep.
yeah.
But this
Question
one's
the
my
story.
favorite in the list. Go ahead.
Which one?
No, treat rest as
Oh,
productive. That is my favorite one in the list because I still haven't figured out how to treat rest as productive 100%.
yeah.
Maybe 76% there, but
That's
not
pretty good though.
100% there. Yeah, for the
Mhm.
most part, I can treat rest as productive. But if I start thinking about as rest is productivity, that really legitimizes it for me. It shows me how important it is. And then my
Wow.
rest is deeper and better
Mm.
because I let myself sink into that full rest, which just have to say the hack that I do for myself is you only have to sit and be still for 10 minutes if you do it in meditation and you're really into it. So go as deep as you can so you can be done as quick as you can so you can go back to what you want to do.
Ugh.
Oh, still learning that one. Still learning that one.
So you're talking that rest is more than just sleeping or
Oh, so much
napping.
more than sleeping. Rest
Okay.
is a moment of gratitude before you eat a meal. It's a
Mm.
long, deep breath before you eat a meal. Um, Rest is a moment of full presence with your partner, resting in
Mm.
that moment. Rest is letting go of the what am I going to do next?
Mm.
Just for a minute, just to be present in that space. Yeah, that's why it's productive.
I love that.
Yeah, treat rest as productive.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Yep. You were going to say question the story?
Yeah. Question the story you're living in. Yeah. Is it true? Is it kind? Is it helpful? Is it true? Like,
Mhm.
or what parts are true? What parts aren't true?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That, I mean, each one of these hacks you could spend 6 months on,
Right?
as these little steps, but if they're just ideas. And so you can do one, you could do several. You could just take one for a year if you wanted to, even. Just the
Right.
whole remember that different is not deficient.
Hmm.
Our inner critic in
Very
our head
different.
really wants us to believe that different is wrong.
Truth.
That's just it. It
Truth.
just wants us to believe that different is wrong because our brain is always scanning for different is unsafe, different is unsafe. It just scans it all the
Mm.
time. But it's not. Different is a gift. As
And
is shown
that's
by,
the problem that's going on in our society right now. Mm.
yeah, but different is a gift. And we can rejoice
Wow.
in that. So there's that one. Or celebrate progress,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
perfection. Celebrate progress. If Jen were here, she would say her favorite story in the creation is at the end of every day of the creation. God said
Was good.
it was good.
And it was
Yep.
good.
And on day 2, he said it was good. He didn't wait until day 6. Day
Mm.
2 was good. Day 3 was good. Day 4 was each of them in their own place. Yep.
Mm.
Different is not deficient. Different is so good.
So good.
How you bring your uniqueness. That book that you guys are reading for book club,
Oh,
The
yes.
Choice,
The choice.
she
Mhm.
said something that I actually wrote down. I was listening to it
Yeah.
this morning on Audible. She said, only I can do what I can do in the way I can do it.
Yeah.
Now, that's a mouthful. But when you think of it in terms of different is not deficient,
Mm.
only Beth can do what Beth can do in the way Beth can do it. There's not anybody else like that. And so that's why it's important to work on these little individual hacks
Mm.
to remind ourselves that different is not deficient. Different is important and really good.
Mm.
Only Jacine could do those pageants and help those particular girls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like only you guys can do what you can do in the way you can do it. And we
Mhm.
need that.
We
Yeah.
do. We do. We
Really,
do.
really need it. And I think that's the key to what happened when I was 50 and had worked so hard building my perfect life is I had built somebody else's perfect life
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and it wasn't mine. And so it's been the last 15 years of reorienting and learning and helping others learn how to build the right life for me or the right life for you. Yeah, defining moments.
I love that.
So tell us about The Choice because I'm kind of in love with it, but it's not a comfortable book. You want to talk
Mm.
just for a minute about that
Yeah.
book? Edith Eber, is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Edith, um, Ever. Yeah. Edith Eva Eager. Eger. Yeah.
E.G. Eager, that's right.
Eager. Yeah. Yeah. Sh I she's a Holocaust survivor. She's a Holocaust survivor. She actually meets and is friends with Viktor Frankl, who was also a Holocaust survivor.
Yeah.
She one of the things that I really love about her as we finishing up the book is that the trauma, those situations, they never go away ever. And she's in her
They are
80s.
in your body. Yes,
Yeah,
you
she's
carry
in
that.
her 80s. There are still things that trigger. It could be a smell, it could be a sight, it could just be a thought,
Mhm.
but it's learning how to manage those and to move from victim to creator. And that's really what we teach here is how do I move from being a victim to the creator of my own life? And she talks about that, the choice, right? The choices we're
Yes.
making.
Well, and I
And
love that she took her trauma and was she was trying to heal in some way the things that she'd been through. She went and got PhDs, right?
yes,
And in psychiatry and Jungian psychiatry, no less. And then went on to be just amazing, helping others with the defining moments that she had in her late teens
yeah.
when she was in Auschwitz. But the whole rest of her life was committed to that.
Well, and she had to make the choice to learn English when she came to America because for several years she just kind of sort of dabbled in it. She didn't
Yeah.
really know English.
And
And
I love that she was in Texas and she went to the University of Texas. Yep.
right?
Yep. And
Yeah.
she learned English so she could go finish her degrees. Yeah, so
Yeah.
she could get get the
Yes,
education,
the choice. And then so she could write
the
these
choice.
book. Yeah. And yeah, help us just to be able to see we have a choice. We have choices.
In every single moment of the day, we have a choice. I think
Hmm.
that is the really powerful thing.
Yep.
And what's wild is nobody can take that choice away from you.
No.
You can't even give it away if you don't want it.
No.
You have it's yours. It belongs to you. And
Right.
so even if you try to give it away, you're still choosing something. You have
Are.
the choice. Yeah, you can't even give it away. You got to do something. Might as well do it right.
Yeah, because well, I used this in our seminary class, early morning seminary with my high school kids last week. We're talking about choice and accountability, right? Choice and consequences. And I brought in a stick, and on one end of the stick I wrote choice, the other end of the stick I wrote consequence.
Mhm.
And I asked him to pick up the stick, and I'm like, well, what happens when you pick up your choice?
Right.
You always have a consequence. What is that
Every single
consequence
time.
going to look? What's the ripple effect going to be from that choice? Yeah.
Yeah. My kids hated that stick. Just hated it. Okay, here's the choice. What was your choice? You didn't do the dishes. What's the consequence? Here's the choice stick. You didn't mow the lawn. What's the consequence?
Yeah.
Or you didn't get up to go to church, or you didn't get up to go to work. There's just no matter
Yeah.
what it is. The thought, though, for us as adults, the thought that we have is a choice.
I
The
love
consequence
that.
of that thought is really powerful. And so,
Very powerful.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that is, like Jacine said, that's what we do around here. We help manage and use the tools and help you manage your thoughts and create the thoughts that are going to get you the life that you feel called to create.
Hmm.
And that makes life so good.
It does.
Yeah,
It
it's
does.
only yours. It's uniquely yours. It's unlike anybody else's life, which is the coolest thing ever.
It
Yeah.
is. It is the coolest thing ever. And so let's talk about, so book club is on Thursdays at 1:30 um, Central Time.
That's
And
correct.
and then we have Tai Chi, which is also a choice that Beth made, and another defining moment that
Oh, yes.
she is giving other people defining moments. My sister just came for the first time last week and called me after it was done and said, I don't know why, but that I had a spiritual experience when I was doing those
Practicing Tai
movements
Chi.
and feeling like, yeah.
It's
So,
because it's all in our body. That's the rise of somatic coaching and the rise of somatic therapy. It's a somatic
mhm,
practice. Somatic, just soma means body. And so when you're moving your body and you're focused on the movement, you'd be amazed at things that come out. And it's so good because you don't need to be carrying that stuff around. The
wow.
the parking ticket and the humiliation you got when you had that parking ticket.
Hey,
Been there,
thanks for
done that, just
joining us
saying.
today in A
And
Creator-Based
that's in
Life.
there.
I
And
hope you
so
felt that
you're
compassion,
moving
mindfulness, and
slowly
hope you
and
came
stuff
seeking
comes
today.
out and it's
You can
beautiful.
find more of it
Mm.
at
Yeah, you walk away
cmhcoaching.com
healthier and
or on
happier.
And that
Linktree/CMH
is
Coaching.
Tuesdays
Of course,
and
any
Thursdays.
social
Tuesdays
media
at 10
outlets, we're
and
there
Thursdays
too.
at 1.
Because you
And
felt the
if
benefit and light in
you
this
decide you
message,
want to come, just
please
shoot
invite
me
those you
an
care deeply
email
about to
or
join us.
respond
Help
to
us
one
to
of the Monday
create a
morning
ripple effect
inspirations and I'll
across
send
the
you the
globe
invite.
of
The
compassion,
reason that you need the
mindfulness, and
invite
hope.
is
Then
I've got
we can
an
create
email
a
list of
creator-based
people who
life
attend class,
together.
and I
Have a great week,
regularly
y'all. We'll talk to you
send little
soon.
bits of things about Tai Chi so that it'll deepen their practice. And then if we're ever going to not have practice, that's a way for me to reach folks. So if you
Mhm.
want to do it, I mean, I don't send anything else, but just be a part of that group. Just let me know and I'll send you the link to sign up. No
Right.
cost all the way through 2026. It's completely free because it's my personal practicum. And so
Love it.
2026, when we start 2027, there will be a membership subscription. But for the people who have joined this year, it's going to be dramatically cheaper because we will have all learned together. You just can't ask those people to not have a discount. Yeah, it's so much
That's
fun to
so
learn
kind of
together.
you. Wow, that's so kind. I love that.
Yeah,
And
it's just
it has been amazing. And then we have Coach and Clear, which
immediately
happens every
after Tai
Tuesday.
Chi. Mhm.
Hmm. Okay.
And Coaching Clear is such a special community. It is women who bring their challenge and their goals. And we get together either on Tuesdays or on Thursdays. Some people come both days, just kind of depends on the week. But they'll bring in and I'll just ask, what do you want to work on today? What would make this hour great for you? And we'll bring it up. And sometimes the girls coach each other. And sometimes there's something that I can add to coach. I always have something to say. And then we all learn together. We work on usually whatever is going on from the Monday morning inspiration that week. That's our theme for the week. And then we clear for whatever emotional stuff is standing in the way of us making those goals, those things that we want. The whole thing takes an hour and it's lovely. It is just lovely. Yeah. So beautiful.
So that's what we're doing. Please come.
Offerings. Yes, come. Coaching Clear has a fee. Right now it's on, it's normally $249 a month, which averages out to be like $25 a session. It's so cheap. But right now it's on sale for $99 a month. So again, if you go to the website and you click on, I'm interested in Coaching Clear, you'll get that sale price, which is pretty impressive. And whatever you sign on for is whatever you keep. So that price will not change.
Wow.
Yeah. So as it goes up and cost of living goes up, your price will not change for as long as you keep your membership.
Your grandfather did.
Yeah, your grandfather did. Yeah, we're family. We try to take care of each other. It's the way we do it. So y'all, okay, so we'll just do a really quick review. Pause before reacting. Breathe once with compassion. There's a choice. Journal one honest sentence daily. Treat rest as productive. Question your story. Choose one tiny doable action, which I know we didn't do, but that one gets me up off the couch quicker than anything else. One tiny doable action. Celebrate progress, not perfection. And remember, different is not deficient. Only you can do what you can do the way you do it. And we need that.
We do.
Yeah. So join us again next week. And hopefully all three of us will be together and we'll be talking about some other very interesting life-promoting, faith-fueled, creator-led principle.
I love it. I love it.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks, JC.
You guys,
See you soon.
you're welcome.
Bye.
See if I can make the hearts go. No.
Yes.
Not today.
Who knows?
I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.
Hey, thanks for joining us today in A Creator-Based Life. I hope you felt that compassion, mindfulness, and hope you came seeking today. You can find more of it at cmhcoaching.com or on Linktree/CMHcoaching. Of course, any social media outlet, we're there too. Because you felt the benefit and light in this message, please invite those you care deeply about to join us. Help us to create a ripple effect across the globe of compassion, mindfulness, and hope. Then we can create a creator-based life together. Have a great week, y'all. We'll talk to you soon.
I just fill my mind with gratitude. I give thanks for everything, with every little thought I think. I can choose to be happy, choose to be free, moment by moment. It's all up to me, 'cause what I think about, I bring about. That's the way it is, and there is no doubt. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think. Day by day, I pave the way with every little thought I think.